Sarita Francis, Director of the Montserrat National Trust, takes us on a tour of the Creole garden.
So this is your pigeon peas.
Mm-hmm.
This is the tree on which is born, and of course, in the evenings you'll find the children and the adults around shelling these peas. Very useful for soup, Saturday soup, which is traditional, with some salt pork and meat and stuff, and chicken and pumpkin and the like. So that is our pigeon peas. Rice and peas, they use this for rice and peas as well. Okay. Of course, this is our pawpaw plant. Very useful as a fruit, but when it's green, it's also used for cooking, for tenderizing meat. There's the papain that's in the pawpaw, and most people in the past never knew about tenderizers, artificial tenderizers. That is what they used when they had the yard fowls, or they had some kind of meat that was a bit tough. They just peel that, put it in, and that is very good, a good vegetable for consumption. But then, of course, you would know it when it's ripe and yellow as a fruit. But it can also be used as a vegetable. This particular area, we decided to lease it because we wanted to show what a traditional backyard, house yard looks like in Montserrat. In a typical Montserrat backyard, you'll have all of these growing at the same time. We have the bananas, we have cassava. These are your bananas here. And you have your cassava. There are two types of cassava we have in here, one is the sweet cassava, which is edible. You cook it as a vegetable. And then you have the bitter cassava, which is used to make cassava bread, or you can have the meal for putting into dumplings, or some people use it into porridges and so on. So this is a typical Caribbean backyard. Famous in this garden around this time is your sorrel.
You're going to be
your sorrel
that.
here.
Yes.
This is used traditionally at Christmas time to make a drink. You take this off and you take the petals off this and you steep it in hot water with spices, cinnamon bark, nutmeg, clove, ginger. You steep that and you strain it and sweeten it. So you go to every house in Montserrat almost, and at Christmas time you're going to have this being offered as a drink. Of course, there's some people who put some rum in it. So it's a very nice drink at Christmas time, and it's red, so it gives you that Christmas spirit. So every year around this time you'll see this growing, or it's been sold in the supermarkets or on the side of the road. Many people buy this and they make their Christmas drink from this. Okay? We have a little bit of everything, as you'll find in a typical garden in the Caribbean. This is what the children, the Monty Messengers, they were planting some vegetables. So this is part of what they were planting. Each child was given a little plant, a little seedling, and they were planting those in these bags.
Vernaire Bass, Montserrat National Trust Outreach Officer, explains more about Monty's Messenger's children's garden.
So now we're in the garden area of the traditional plants. And Vernaire, what have the messengers been doing here?
So the Monty's Messengers actually had a session where we were teaching them how to plant and grow their own food. So they came over here and they had the opportunity to sow some sorrel, some pak choy, and also some cabbage. Unfortunately, we haven't weeded it up, but you can see some of the cabbage, I think, and the pak choy coming to life now. And the whole purpose of this exercise was really to show them that food doesn't appear in the supermarket out of nowhere. Someone has to actually plant and grow it. So before they came and planted the seeds into the ground and the slips, we took them through a learning exercise where they learn about seed germination and everything. So they understand the actual process from beginning to end. Because for the Monties, it's very important for them to actually understand what they're doing before they go out and do it. So we've done a variety of activities, but each session starts with an hour of learning and then an hour of play and activity. So this was something that we're quite proud of. I'm not sure if they're going to flourish here just because of where they're located in the garden, but it was quite important for them to actually touch the soil, put seed into the soil, and water it and watch it grow. So they were really keen, and I was surprised about how hands-on they wanted to be as well. And we can support that with some of the images and videos that I have of the actual session if you like.
Excellent.